office is quite literally stressing me out. I also absolutely hate my One Piece display, but I do not have the energy to do that big thing that I keep telling you about. So will I get to it eventually? Yes. But am I gonna do it in this video? No. However, we are going to update it because I am obsessed with One Piece, and this does not accurately represent my current hyperfixation, because One Piece is on par with Sailor Moon right now, guys. That's how much I'm currently loving One Piece. My husband has never lived with me during a true hyperfixation, and oh my gosh, I love One Piece. I actually spent like 2 hours the other day writing a script for a video that I don't think I'll ever make of how and why to watch One Piece, because I needed that when I first started it. Because I feel like the whole problem with One Piece is that you appreciate the beginning once you know where it currently is. If we can get more people past the first like few hundred episodes, maybe not like past, but let them be able to get through it a little bit faster, it gets them to a lot more of like the newer good stuff. I'm not saying the old stuff is bad, by the way. I'm not saying that at all. But anyway, let's clean this up and update that.
This used to actually be the desk that I worked at. This just needs to be tidied up. You can see here that I have a lot of stuff I need to put away, like Luna from the Duncan video, my Sailor Moon Super S disc set. I don't know why it's over here. It's usually in my display. My Baby Yoda balloon from the May the 4th post, Bayley Pop vending machine from the Duncan video, Duncan box from the Duncan video, the Shanks Wanted poster box from the C2E2 video, and then 4 new One Piece pops. Here we have Natalie trying to get all of the attention while I am doing this. Hello, hi. Are you going to survive while I clean my office? Am I not giving you enough attention? I think you're gonna be okay. I actually think I'm going to move this table. My life is much easier when it's not at an angle, even though I prefer to have this as a background than that as background, because I don't like the way that's displayed as well. Eventually, I think I'll get a Billy for this, but I think I might actually be downsizing a lot within the next year. I'm not sure about it. Wasn't sure if I actually liked his character at the beginning. I know I'm not the only person. Actually, there were many moments that I didn't, but over time, I've come to appreciate Usopp and his role in the crew. And once you're caught up, watch some of the deep dives on each one of the characters and you'll see why. But I really do love his character design. This is actually one of my favorite One Piece pops, even though I hadn't collected it yet, because it has a slingshot in it, and you don't really see any other Funko Pops with slingshots. And he does come with a base stand, and unlike my Dunkin' Donuts one, it actually came with it. And there we are. Alright, next up, let's open one of my favorite Straw Hats, Jibe, or Jibe. Now this common Jibe pop does have a chase, and it is him in a different colored kimono, and honestly I don't need that. I'm perfectly fine with this one here, and he does come with a very large base stand. Honestly, it's almost the same size, if not the same size, as the different Susanos from Naruto. And even though he is a pretty big pop, the proportions just feel really weird, especially because if you know One Piece, you know that he's a large character in presence and in design. 10 years later, I have him mostly in the freaking base stand. I will say, if you have a character that has 2 pegs on the bottom of its feet, I find it easier to put one of the pegs in its hole and like shimmy it around, and then do the same with the opposite one, and then try to put them in together, because part of the thing that makes it difficult to get them in there is that the cylinder holes that are in their feet are not circles. Sometimes they're octagons. So if you do that, it just helps loosen it up a little bit. We have another one of the original Straw Hats, Nami. This is her post-time skip outfit, and in her hand she's holding one of the versions of her climb attack. I've always felt so back and forth when it comes to Nami, because there's some moments where she's fantastic, and there are other moments where I'm just like, can we please move on to the next scene? Which, like, I hate to feel that way. Here is a closer look at Nami. Don't feel like the colors of this represent One Piece at all, because even when you're in the Wano arc, which ends up having a lot more tans than you expect, or heck, even in Alabasta, you still have these bright, vibrant blue skies in this kind of dingy blue and green and tan kind of colors that just don't accurately represent what the show's aesthetic is. But I don't know, that's my 2 cents. I plan on updating my display because I honestly just don't like the boxes. And last up we have Mihawk. Last time I knew it was Hawkeye? Mihawk or something? Am I just making up Hawkeye? I don't know. It's possible. Surprisingly enough, he doesn't have a base stand. I was fully expecting that he would because of his sword and because of his hat, so hopefully that means he does stand up well. He is wobbly, I will say that. His sword actually isn't really that bent. Like, there is a slight bend, and that's because the actual sword itself curves a little bit, but besides that, my sword came in pretty straight, and that's one of the first times that's happened. It might be because it's a thicker piece, but I'm not quite sure. But he looks fantastic. I'm so excited that we're getting some of the warlords. I mean, we already have a few, but Mihawk is just such a cool character, and I'm hoping they explore more with him. Based off of what's happening in the manga, I think they're going to. And I'm happy they didn't do some weird chase scenario where he would be holding the sword in one and not in the other. So I'm really hoping they do not put him in a 3-pack with the exact same height.
Okay, we're back at a different angle because I needed to get coffee and make a thumbnail for my hubby. First, we have Sniper King, we have the PR sticker, and Child's Collectibles. I love Sniper King, and for some reason, I also thought this one would have a base stand because of the head, I guess. Oh wait, it does. Oh, they just put it on the back. I've been noticing they've been doing that with some more of the larger pops recently. Details are awesome. Look at the bandages around his arms. The mask has wonderful details like all of the dots and the stripes, the little mustache. You can see the bandages around his face and his nose, and his bandana and hair look perfect. Looking at this Usopp up here, they got it spot on. And every time I look at him, I just think lula lula loo. And maybe one day I'll get the chase. I'm not too stressed about it though. Next up, we're gonna open Samurai Brook. Now this one my husband actually got for me right before it restocked, which kind of sucks because we didn't think this one was gonna restock based off of the track record so far. So I feel bad. But at the same time, when he did order some for the restock, his order was actually canceled. So I'm happy we were still able to get this one. And if you don't know the difference between this one and the chase, this one is not metallic and the chase is. Could have easily just said the chase was metallic, but you know, I like to say things the hard way. Look at the details on this pop. This is insane. All of the little micro details and all of the different colors and paint they had to do on this pop. This pop looks absolutely fantastic, and if you don't think it does, then you need to reevaluate what a fantastic pop looks like, because you'd be wrong there. And one thing I don't understand, this is such a small moment in the manga and in the show, how it was funny, so unnecessary to make, especially because he doesn't wear this the rest of the time. You know, honestly, it would have been better than what he was actually wearing. Last up, we have the original but not original print Porcus D Ace. Here's what the side looks like, and something cool about the originals compared to the new ones is that this is much darker and this one is much lighter, but at the same time, it makes this look really washed out. But you actually have the newer One Piece logo on this one versus old One Piece logo on this one, even though this is the newer box design. Very interesting choice. Now, because this is the 100th anime pop, can tell that they were still trying to learn how to do different molds and whatnot. And I don't have the wanted poster to compare. You can tell that he's kind of a little derpy, is what they say. But if you look at his hat, he has the bees and the happy inside there. You can see his freckles. He's very tan. The strap goes all the way around his head, which looks really nice. He has his beads on his necklace, his fire fists, even though he's using them like that. I'm not going to say that word because I don't want to get in trouble. He has his belt on, his classic shoes and shorts, his bracelets, and also you can see on his arm that it says Ace with the S crossed out and the logo for the Whitebeard Pirates on his back. Even though it looks a little silly, this is a classic Ace pose. I think what would have really helped is maybe if he had eyebrows, so maybe I'll just Sharpie some eyebrows on. I'm kidding. Here's some closer looks at the ones I was showing you earlier. So here's Jibe. He looks fantastic. Here is Mihawk, which is just like, wow, he looks so freaking good. We have Nami, who looks beautiful as always. And we have our brave warrior of the seas, Usopp. And that is our One Piece haul, folks. So this is kind of super embarrassing because my phone ran out of storage halfway through filming a clip of me unboxing Zoro. So, like, look at this angle. It's beautiful. We're recording on my iPad Air. I genuinely thought about just trying again tomorrow, but I just picked up my desk here, and the whole point of me doing, or one of the whole points of me doing this video is that I wanted to get this done, and I want my office to look cleaner because it's starting to give me stress. So we're going to power through it, and I'm going to try to get you a better angle of what I'm doing, and we are going to finish organizing this, even if it's not perfect, because we're probably going to redo it again soon because I just ordered more like little risers and things, and/or I'll add another shelf. I also have ideas that I wanted to do, so I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. And I don't know. I normally don't show myself in this state. You know, I might even cut all of this out, but I want you guys to remember that the people you watch are human, and we have big emotions too, and we just want to give up sometimes. You know, you just do it. You just do what you gotta do, right? So let's do it. Let's get it done. So by the time I was finished with this, it was dark out and I wanted to make sure there was daylight so you could actually see what's going on there. So let's take a look at it. It's like 2 days later, don't worry about it. We're gonna start on top and we have Buggy the Clown and all of our little kitties, which one of my subscribers gifted to me. So thank you so much for that. I need to get more of them. Then on this side, we have Goldie Roger, we have Ace, we have Saba, and we have Sniper King. And then on this side, we have Mihawk, the exclusive in Chase of Law, and we have Caesar Clown. And then we have our main shelf. On the left side, we have all of the Straw Hats minus Sanji and the original NYCC Brook. Well, not original, it's time skip, but you get the point. And I tried to have them in the order that they joined the crew. Oh, and I'm missing Frankie, duh. So yeah, when I get those, I will probably get a bigger riser and then we'll have them all on this side. Then the center is the wanted posters, the Going Merry, and some of my other miscellaneous things. For instance, I got these 2 nightlights as gifts, and my hubby got me these. And then recently when I was at Collecticon with my friend Haley and Ben, Haley and I both got these little One Piece 3D printed signs, and I love them so much. I think they were only like 15 bucks, so like honestly steal. Love that for me. It's kind of hard to film this area because the window is right on the other side, so there's always a shadow or there's glare, but it's fine. Then we have shared stickered wanted poster Shanks, and then NYCC shared on this side of Luffy's, and then this entire section right here is kind of Wano dedicated. So we have Bonkichi, we have Samurai Brook, we have both of the Yamatos, we have Gear 5 Luffy, Zoro in all of his Wano glory, and then Snake Man Luffy, which I don't think it's technically Wano, but we aren't gonna worry about that. And this is the updated One Piece collection. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for listening to me ramble. But no, seriously, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Also, YouTube thinks you'd like this video. They may or may not be right. If they aren't, then leave a comment. If they are, then leave a comment. If you'd like to see my breakdown on whether or not watching or collecting JJK is still worth it, go ahead and check out my video from last week. Always remember that you're loved, you are valued, and you are enough. Bye!